Well, we're up at Government House. With me is Mr. Cullen. Your eighth and I think final year of doing the Small Countries event.
That's right, yes.
Certainly, it looks like it's again been very, very popular.
Well, yes. I mean, we have 24 people. That we always are limited to 24 people for the lecture rooms and so on. We've got an outstanding group of 24. They come from 23 different countries, and there's a growing support in the island for what we're doing. It's very satisfying that, for instance, tomorrow night there will be a banquet, which the business community will be there. More than 200 people will be there. The politicians will be there. Senior government officers will be there, and so on. And so it's got a real resonance in the Isle of Man, and the reputation of the program, and through that, the Isle of Man throughout the world has really grown enormously over the last 6 years that we've been doing it, and so it's very well recognised as one of the very best types of capacity building that is available to anybody, and it's small countries that benefit from that.
What exactly do you do then? I mean, for people here on the Isle of Man, what's the benefit for the island?
Well, I mean, what we're doing is we only take very senior officials from very small developing countries. We teach them how to address intractable challenges more effectively, to untie the knots of things that make it difficult for their economies to work properly, and we help them figure out how to do that. We also teach them how to negotiate, we teach them leadership. All of these are things which typically you would find in a world-class business school, and we use teachers from Harvard and several from Oxford to do this. This would never be available to people like this normally. We also do quite a lot of more technical sessions which teach them better regulation, better cash management, better debt management. We teach them a lot about anti-money laundering, how to fight financial crime. Now, all of these are things that the Isle of Man stands for anyway, and we have the best people in the world. We draw the best teachers from anywhere in the world to teach all these things. People go back, they do things very differently in their countries, and they say they learned how to do these things in the Isle of Man. Well, so the reputation of the Isle of Man, both in these countries but also in big countries where they know we're doing this, and at the IMF, which is one of our partners, and at the World Bank, another of our partners, is greatly enhanced. So the island's reputation is really very much enhanced by this.
Over the 6 years, the Isle of Man has moved massively, has it not, in its own position in the world?
Well, it has. I mean, the Isle of Man has taken the lead on being a very open and transparent jurisdiction. I actually serve I'm a commissioner on the Financial Supervision Commission, which I've been for twice as long as I've been doing this. I've been on the FSC. So I've seen how important it is to be well regulated and to be doing things right and to be transparent on tax and so on. So it puts the Isle of Man in a very strong position to run this program. The Isle of Man doesn't run it. We're an independent charity, but we're very, very much funded by the Isle of Man government, which is absolutely wonderful, along with some other funders as well. So the Isle of Man is seen to be the jurisdiction that is taking the lead on these things, and is seen as being a leader among small states.
Well, they're here for Tynwald Day. In itself is quite a spectacle, isn't it? And do they take that in and go, wow?
Oh, it's wonderful. I mean, they love to see that. And, of course, they see the governor in a very prominent position at Tynwald Day, very formally, and then they come to his house and meet him less formally. They're thrilled to do that. They get a real sense of the island's history from Tynwald, how important the rule of law is. And actually this year in our program, the Oxford portion of the program, we have the first Deemster travelling down to Oxford to give a talk in the evening about why the rule of law is so important for economic growth. So this reinforces the Isle of Man's very, very special position in the world, its heritage, its long parliamentary tradition, and its very high standards of government. It's really wonderful. So they saw that this year, and that was very nice for them.
Well, it's at the beginning, this is your last year.
It is, yes. I mean, usually people who start things, as I did with this, and sort of follow them through, usually have a lot of difficulty letting go. But 3 years ago, I said to everybody who wanted to hear, look, we need to start planning an orderly transition. You never know. I mean, I could walk under a horse tram any day and in the summer, and, we've got to be prepared for the future. And so we've had a quite long, drawn-out process of advertising, finding outstanding candidates as a potential successor, and the person we've appointed appointed is wonderful. I'm delighted. We had a really strong field of candidates. We shortlisted 4 that were outstanding, and all of whom could have done it. But Mark Shimin, our former Chief Financial Officer, who stood down over a year ago from that post, was the one we unanimously decided was the person to do the job, and I'm delighted he's taken over from me. He has just the right sense of how to position the program. He's very sensitive to the interests of the people from small countries, and so it's a perfect choice. And so I'm happy to be standing down, and I will continue to give time to help a couple of initiatives I'm still involved with, but I will stand completely out of the way of the management of the centre, and Mark will be taking over from me in 10 days' time.